right? When we've got these deadlocks into the play, we're generally seeing, you know, the Gecko alongside them and the Raise and a Fade sort of kind of idea. Over on the side of Motive, though, they themselves are opting to do something very similar to what Na'Vi run, but they run a Vice instead. And then lastly, for me, Tash, in this current meta, if you're running a KO, I need to see really good timing on the 0 points. I need to see really good flash timing as well. So I think for me, Xavi 8K and Flaring have a bit of kind of heavy lifting to do in that game.
Oh, yeah. Coming into this one here, heavily, you know, leading toward that B side. And somehow Nakia has managed to just step away. And, sorry, excuse me, Styron has managed to step away and stay hidden, fairly hidden from that early 0 point. The follow-up here will be the location spotted as well as the taps come through from Styron, but not enough for that kill.
Looking for a plan here, looking for a challenge, looking to try and find him with a trap wire, but I'm surprised he didn't get anything on the back of it.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised with that as well. It was so sure it was going to be a kill here. Motion did take a bit of damage, but it's not enough for that kill. Now, Motive here have to make a lot of noise. They're smoked off a little bit more deep as well, but at least the surefire thing is that they did put in a bit of damage there with Vera great opening. Zan as well traded out. But Mosher, 15 HP, took a lot of damage from that paint shell. And now, have to wait off that too. As Nakia and Wayne traded out, Javi 8K from the corner gets one headshot forward, double swing forward as well. That was a great start to this attack side.
Very common start to a pistol round on this map here as well. Since Gecko was introduced on the map, you've got the mosh that goes in towards Garden with the 0 point as well. Sometimes you see it changed in location just ever so slightly, but it's a very common space gathering over towards the B site, and then you set up for a bit of a pop out of hookah as well. Real common. I do like the aggressiveness that Moja on this deadlock is going to facilitate for NAOS to look for some deep sensors, look for some deep later utility.
This time around, Motive decides to challenge for the orb, and Zan punishes. Vera barely breathing after that 2 picks.
That's a roughie.
That's rough, yeah.
Unfortunate, but it is an audio cue when you do pick up that orb. Even when you have those deep sky strokes as a general bit of a tell. Now you just call the audible as NAOS. You heard them go for the TP. See if they can get any stragglers. They'll get the orb in showers, but maybe that's all Motive come away with in this round.
Hands down as well here. Sushi Boy's just on this lurk. Hoping to find a single head, maybe just to really bring him a little bit more closer to that neural theft. Here's the TP, throws the net here. He's not going to be able to move. Taron does get one to his name here, but his off angle from PTC means that he cannot answer back. There's lots of numbers if you think about it, but still. Waiting for the right time to shoot the hit. Sushi Boy still wins it.
There's some damage done in this round, don't get me wrong. But it was a majority of the lesser guns that NAOS ran in towards this one with, so carrying over the Guardian and the Vandal, you'll still be pretty okay with. You get a decent start onto this attacking side, but you are getting in towards a bit of a predicament. If Motive win this bonus round and they start to build up some economy of their own, right, they'll get that showstopper online probably soon. May very well be able to equalize and then go on. So the fact that there was lesser guns for NAOS in that last round, Tash, means that they're going to come into this round pretty well equipped. Could give it a definite good fight with these Vandals and that Guardian. The Bucky, yeah, Zed, it's a little bit questionable, but we'll see what you can maybe do.
Line as well, once again onto that B site. This could be a massive flash if you ask me here. Usually Zed just breaks onto the site and he's just too low. Flaring the utility finds 2 as Tyron just cleans out the backside here. But not yet, he's not done yet. He gets 2 to his name and he goes aggressive. The rest of NAOS looking to take away that space. In the smokes here, waiting, gonna try and hide away from that room, but hasn't found anyone quite yet. And because of that, Vera left questioning. Smokes will dissipate. Here comes the trash as well. He does break it, does not get tagged, and Navi 8K, sorry, NAOS Navi 8K forced to move back. Last man standing here. He's all alone, tries to isolate these fights, cannot do so. As Vera still make it in the end here.
They nearly line up for him there. Javi 8K neatly. And able to pull away with that one. I'm actually looking at flaring in this position, right? When you're going for a bit of a hookah drop and you're dropping in towards the molly there as NAOS, you're getting shredded. But it's not really, that was the highlight for me. Flaring, they were so low dropping down, and he's whistling bullets over their heads. Could have finished the round before there was any chance of NAOS being able to get in towards it. So a little bit unfortunate with the beginning there, but it's a good closeout for Motive. Nonetheless, I was highlighting that the showstopper is going to be available for them. Now we'll get that online here as well, and looks a little bit cheeky with the same position that we already saw in the last round for Sushi Boys, as the Gravnet has been going over towards his spot more often than not. This time a different look towards it, however, and a bit of a default play from NAOS.
I don't know. There's still a judge close by. Wait, with two. No! NAOS was somewhat anticipating it. It did take a bit of damage, but it's not really enough to really damage them.
Yeah, this is something that, for the Disguise and the Kimmy Kittens and stuff, was a bit of a pressure point for them. They were very readable in their defaults, right? That's something that Styron, I feel like, was a bit of an Achilles heel, going for the same sort of spots here and there over and over again, that led to teams doing research be able to get out some pre-fires and find some commonalities. So they do have to be very careful in how they're going to be pre-fired, even though if it's a map that they haven't really seen before, right? Things like Lotus, we know a lot of common spots from Motive that I'm expecting NAOS to kind of dislodge. Now, though, in this 5 versus 3, do you consider the showstopper? Do you consider a big, strong investment to get back in?
Tap goes for the defuse for Tan. Oh my god, with the 3. What a post plant. That is flawless. That is clean as well.
Yeah, pretty good from NAOS. Not gonna lie. 5 versus 3. Kind of glad that Motive didn't invest in the showstopper. You had just, when the paint shell's brought out by Vera, an immediate head dink onto him. NAOS not going to be seeing any early equalization at the moment, but setting themselves up for maybe a couple of good steamrolls on this attacking side. Go get those orbs as well, right? Go for that B challenge yet again if you don't see the deep sky smoke. You're already doing the same set of utility to start to clear out Garden, so if you're going to be rinsing and repeating these ones, it can be very valuable for you.
Very deep smokes again this time around. Really want to deny them a lot of space here.
Unfortunately, if you're going for this dizzy play at the moment, there's no real big forward capitalization that they can do out of the B Sands. It is just the lesser weaponry for Motive. Second Sky Smoke used to the front of Garden. That actually should be a huge tell that all of this space is free, right? It's not PDC's smoke. So Motive, they have to be very, very aware that NAOS can kind of set up for a very quick explosion into this B site.
0 point used onto B as well already, and immediately the backside, that's a barrage of utility, just really set them off. No clue at all that the other members were from Hookah side here, with PTC holding down the line here. He immediately gets a headshot onto Flaring. Sushi Boys, his late rotation could be phenomenal, and it does. Gives him a gun as well as his mural theft.
Go, go, go!
A little bit surprised that there's a bit of a commitment from NAOS to challenge against those pistols and stuff there. When they had the free site for B, they could have gone a little bit deeper. Gone for a hookah challenge instead when the smoke starts to fade. But regardless, Wayne and Sushi Boys, see if they can get back into this.
Okay, there we go. Was caught off guard here, just walked past the sound sensor as well. Knows exactly where the positions of the NAOS players are. It's just a matter of how exactly you're going to be playing with this. The cage should give a bit of safety when it comes to this cross as well. He's managed to just dodge the net as well, but he's eaten a lot of damage from these screens. Come through, get aggressive, and it works out very much in their favor.
This is why I question a little bit on NAOS going for those challenges there, because there was a nil investment from Motive, and they've just pulled away a thrifty from that deficit position. 2 versus 3 at the tail end of that one. A little bit more of an effort previously in the rounds. And just a neural theft to confirm the information too, right? PDC on an island by himself, getting traded on through. I mean, PDC found 3 kills, right? He dispatched of all of the members that died in this round on Motive's side.
Honestly, it looked I was just, again, like what you said, just surprising that they were able to do that. They had the better guns too. Now, in this round, Motive does have a lot of ultimates to work with. They have the Thresh, they have the Showstopper as well here. Vera still gonna hold on despite the surprise. He's gonna play and just spray out, but somehow Nakia managing to get away with murder. That's 2 to his name.
I did mention previously, I want to see just some great flashes come through from the KOs. That one is kind of abysmal from Flaring, not gonna lie. Was not set up for the proper one. When you think about pop flashes on Bind, you want to get your team in. Now Sushi Boys trying to find the timing.
Ooh,
Only one.
Yep, couldn't do more than that here, but Wayne has already been netted. The Town Sensor comes out and Motion takes advantage of him trying to shoot it out.
Yeah,
A lot of space taken away. Yeah.
Styron just has to go for a save here, unfortunately. Misplays coming through from Motive there. I think, what was it? Was the flash just... Did it hit the wall? Is that what the tell was? I hope we just get to see it in the replay. Regardless, though, NAOS kind of ready for it. Changing a lot of their utility positions as well, between grav nets over towards showers and 0 points over towards showers. Chopping and changing will keep Motive on their toes. Almost force them to go a little bit more aggressive as well. Which, in this case, just not working out.
Oh. Styron probably having a heart attack right now, hearing all those teleports.
He does have a mosh. So if that does get thrown over here, could give himself a bit of a safety net, but no one's just going to give him a fight. Oh, okay, no, never mind. He's got wallbang damage. It's not going to eventuate, though. So he'll take the gun in towards the next round. No equalization here after a good little play piece to come out from NAOS. Just beginning. Yeah, it was a close lob of the flash they were ready for. Wasn't any deep, immediate pop flashes that we see from any, KO aficionados out there. I wonder who has those flashes. Me,
honestly,
by the way, I have them.
Oh, you do? Okay, teach me.
I'm a KO main.
You're a KO main. Oh, no wonder you're hypercritical.
I love KO. But also in the current meta, there's others that agree with me that for a KO, you have to have really good timing on the 0 points and the flashes and stuff. I know Schliggy is someone who says the same thing.
Yeah.
Also, spin in the server.
Yeah, I was getting excited for that. I haven't seen him in a while, coming back here. I'm really expecting a lot from this team as well. I mean, we came into this map with no idea what Motive had to offer. And meanwhile, now we've seen them, play this map for quite a bit of time. I mean, the last time I played was all the way in February. It was a while back, but still, there is some data, at least for the time being, when it comes to this. Now, usually when I think of Motive, when I think of teams like this, who is very, not default heavy, what's the word? Execution heavy. After this timeout, I'm expecting some changes here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, things are kind of working really well at the moment for NAOS by that Thrifty round. They're kind of utilizing this deadlock quite nicely as well. We'll see if that does change. It's just funny for me that another team that does run deadlock is the current global esports on Bind, and that's where Spin once was.
Life is a circle, as they say.
Big ultimate round though to come on in.
There we go.
Alcommand removing all abilities.
They haven't.
See a spray down from Styron.
Yeah. But the one to walk through that kill trap was the wingman, so at the very least they do have access to that spike for the time being. Zantling very close here. It is good to find one, and he still sprays through those smokes to see if he can find more.
Why is Wayne walking through that one? That is very interesting for me in this deficit position. Now setting up for a couple more ultis from Motive's side.
Nara wins here. Nakia just shuts him down. Showstopper, who not happening right now. A flash to come out as well, but no one is actually seeing quite yet. Not sharp as ever here. Been able to just run away with murder with so many kills. As time dwindles down, Motive saying, yeah, I don't think we're gonna have time to be able to retake this. And Nakia is gonna just find them in the end, cutting off their escape route. He gets away with 3. And Styron, what are you gonna do? You wanna try and save? You try to win? Not happening. Because NAOS is just gonna keep going on that choo-choo pain of train.
I just got there on Motive. You've got no smoke from more when his life. It looks very connected from that. You got the showstopper that gets brought out after He gets immediately denied. They're easy to come into a... You're coming into the pool here. Haven't really had an opportunity to get in a city. Trying to see a bit of these worrisome defensive side.
Waiting for the right time, just throw in that flash, but Zan tries to go a bit more aggressive, but here also comes the fishman. It does find one, but Zan has already done that damage. He runs away with Vera and also flaring. Shouldn't be a problem to be able to do a bit more, go all the way to that back site, perhaps.
Way that you can do this round. Iron use the thrash to go through the teleporter too, and it comes out to no avail. You got a annihilation from Moja that kill, and that's really the biggest investment from NAOS together as a team. Just in with the relay bolt, ready for the fights. He's got teammates behind him. Very well coordinated play to come through from NAOS, and just no ability to really answer back on Motive's side. They get fuzzled when they see that all coming towards the showers too. You got good layering of the flashes too from Nakia and Davi. I would say that is a pretty neat play to there.
Man. Motive once again just left on the back foot. You thought that they could finally figure out the Rubik's Cube, but immediately, you know, it just gets shut down again. Now it's just doing a great job at just being able to just, you know, really take away so many rounds in a row. This round, especially from Zan, to just not only play off his teammates' utility, but get a bit more active, really caught Motive off guard. They weren't able to hold on to that.
Over there.
So starting to set themselves up to a pretty good attacking side. Not got an orbital strike and overdrive available, which comes to get thrashed back in towards this round. Get an ulti orb. So you got to see a little bit of protection on Motive's side towards the extremities. Going for a little bit of this shower control, going for a bit of this garden control, but that utility will start to push Styron back a little bit and answer out a couple of these utility pieces from. So just a good default to kind of figure out where your opponents are situated.
Trying to find a different way to get onto the site this time around. I think they're just trying to see whether or not they can just explode together as a team. They've been doing great work of doing that. They send out that flash quickly, and PTC is just waiting to put out those smokes. The rest of the team for Motive not able to just handle how quickly the team is just executing onto the site. Vera could go huge here. They're gonna try to swing out there and spray so as soon as they walk into the kill trip. But how the AK has something to say about it? Not quite, as Wayne shuts down fairly quickly as well.
One enemy remaining.
Wayne, wow, phenomenal. 2-3 picks to his name. Just playing off his trips and just shooting hits.
Yeah, not bad. Different little setup for Motive when it is the faster A pop. The fact that there's no one clearing the utility. The fact that Wayne drops the sky smoke in a problematic position as well. Nakia's gun barrel just poking out from that. Heads up play to come through from Wayne with just some good peeking around the site as well. One could argue a little bit early, right? If he loses that duel, it's then a 1 versus 2 that could be workable for his teammate, but nevertheless, Motive will answer back to try and equalize on this defensive side. They still have to chip away at this economy that NAOS has built up, though.
They're very aggressive here, but the thing is, NAOS was just ready for it. The flaring goes huge, 2 to his team before Nakia shuts him down. So it's 2 for 2 for both teams. Wayne hasn't been cleared out. He can get a bit more active if he wants to, but he's not yet to go for this plant.
Spike planted.
Yeah, the wingman sent in, revealing the utility, and now you can play on a bit of a post plant. You've got a thrash available, you've got a mosh, but really for me, it is this flank of Styron that should find the timing.
I think Javi has an idea is going to be there, but his footsteps already gave it away that he is a bit more safe to come through here. Gonna rush forward. Sees that 0 point, knows exactly where he is. The trash comes out, but Javi AK comes through.
Enemy remaining.
Anti-flash doesn't really matter because Wayne was very much ready for it. Mosier, he has the right sprays, but not enough to find the scores. Gets him in the end. 1 more kill is all he needs to secure this round, but the wall bang for Wayne, and Wayne is very much awake now.
Yeah, his teammate defused it halfway as well, stuck in the grav net, so that was really all he could do for the defuse. This comes down at the end there, some good patience. That flank actually as well, right? The fact that flaring does get... Oh, sorry. The flaring? No. The other side KO. Harvey. Right here.
1 enemy remaining.
Already low in HP.
Enemy
He
remaining.
goes for the flash drive and Wayne gets him. There's a lot of backwards and forwards in that round.
Shutting them down.
Gonna have a buy again for NAOS this round and the next. Heavy lifting earlier on to give them some really good challenges.
Oh, Zed
There's a lot from NAOS now.
Yeah, especially with that overdrive. Instead, Vera with that off. Haha, great position for him. Immediately, a short comes for the follow-up,
Spike
but
planted.
the mouse just phenomenal. They don't know that majority of the players are already pushed inside of Puka. But Javier K from the corner cannot go more than that as PTC tries to salvage the round in a 1v2. It's not going to be the easiest. Good to drop down that one player, but in this situation where another two more is waiting, not the easiest at all. As Motive slowly inches their way back into the game.
All the abilities is flaring there, and it becomes a little bit more difficult for NAOS to be ready. The crosshair has to just be available
Last round
immediately.
before the switch.
And you got to have some successive sprays. You can see it gets a little bit awkward for them, trying to force things a bit early, I feel. We've seen already, Tash, today, a lot of, plays where you're in the 5 versus 5s or thereabouts going in towards a post-lane scenario, and it just becomes very, very scrappy for these teams. So I wouldn't mind a world in which NAOS try to get something happening just a little bit earlier. A little bit more methodical in approach, and around such as this, they may very well be able to do so. You can get the Annihilation online, buckle that up with the Null Command and PDC as well. With that orbital, you can actually layer a really good round in. But first, a bit of it across the map. Bit of a showers play space now for NAOS. Because as far as Motive are concerned, showers is dirty, A short's dirty, B's dirty. Like, outside the teleporter, there's a lot of options that NAOS can set up for.
Smoked off for the time being here. And Motive, oh, that's a lot of damage put in from those wall bangs. Nakia rendered only half HP left. But the 0 point does catch flaring here, so he doesn't have his util to play with for the time being. Suppressed all around. Wait, couldn't find the right angle. No, Zan was very much waiting for it. The flaring trades. Still on the backside, he's still suppressed, but it doesn't really matter. It's all about finding that right moment to just push through.
Strike PDC, remember.
Oh, this is massive if Nakia finds the right timing here. Gonna spot one out here. He immediately finds the head, but immediately Vera finds him with that shorty. A lot of trades coming through for both these teams. They try to go for the EP pet before the stab and have the AK where you can't see. Just press F1. Here's that one corner here. Vera finds it again. It's still a lot of util and bodies to work through, and Vera cannot hold on. Now they're very proactive in this post plant.
Switching sides.
Yep, you can just see it towards the post-plant, the dumping meta. One of my favorite ones. NAOS, though, 7-5 at the half. They set themselves up with enough, potentially. We'll have to wait and see. Motive did pick this map, remember, so onto the defensive side when we switch up. Or rather, their attacking side, I want to see some really good ideas. But similarly, see what our good friends on
Pistol really trying to equalize.
the beginnings do look like here. Motive should have some good ideas on the attacking side, given that it is their pick of choice.
Right
but
there.
similarly, on the side of NAOS too, it's not like seeing a map that's in the pool. Putting a lot of bets on Moja being able to hold down the A site by himself for the time being. That the utility may be a bit of respect.
Send out a flash there from B just to really allow them to peek up, but Vera will be spotted by the sound. Emily also will be walled out. They break it, they're suppressed as well. Presence no one, and the rotations are already coming in here from NAOS. Still a lot of
it's a
areas
really
of
good
sight they haven't
blade.
seen.
Really good blade to come through from Harvey. Got a 5 versus 5 post now.
Spike planted.
Oh, Javi, AK not doing God's work there from the backside, knowing there's going to be a beeline of players going towards showers as well. Sushi Boy sort of smokes. He could make a surprise play happen here. Nice shot to the head here by Wayne. He cannot do more than that as PTC runs away with 2. Now, I have to say, they really, the util they put in front of A-side really bought a lot of time for the teammates to rotate over.
Yeah, Moja's sensors back in the wall whilst you can jump over it. You did have a bit of a cheated rotation come through early enough from Harvey AK when you consider that they put an investment of 3 players over the board too long as well, right? You see the smoke go down from him, you see the Flashes go out over there as well to scare Sushi Boys away. So they have the right idea, the right read. They remove the ability to seem a little bit more sticky for Motive. Just feels like all of the duels there, they're on the back foot. And pistol round again doesn't go their way. It's definitely not what you want to see in a map pick of your own choosing. But with Plant, they're going to opt to go for the Force, and I tend my eyes towards what Zan's got at the moment. Outlaw could absolutely rip you apart in a round such as this, so I guess for Motive, they need to be a little bit lucky, count their lucky stars that they're on the other side of the map.
Locked off that one side, and Styron's making a lot of noise just to try and break it, but it is smoked off at time being as well.
Someone's there.
See him meet the flash immediately goes on, and Mosher just quickly reacts to it as well. But Wayne, he's just getting so many practice could be said about Styron and Sushi Boys. And suddenly it's just down to BTC. He tries to make it work, but no more than that. This is a great round for Motive.
Don't know how they've managed to just absolutely pull around out from underneath NAOS there. The Stinger's even at long range. Who was it? Wayne on like 1 HP who's just down range, shot it through on the site and found a kill. Kind of ridiculous. And then on the later stages, NAOS throwing caution to the wind to try and figure things back out in the scrap. And the assumed comms that players are really low on Motive's side. Go in and kill them quickly, catch them off guard. It just doesn't work out. Motive at the ready. That round, very interesting. But, hey, the Stinger Force works wonders.
That's the reason why Stinger is such a popular weapon right now. I was just waiting for this execution. Probably heard an idea, so immediately their reaction is just really throw out to U-tilt back. So they get that suppress, an idea that Nakia at least is playing close by onto B.
I mean, they already would have known that he was there from the Dizzy, right? He never not thrown that Dizzy without the ability to pick it back up. Now you got a flash drive going over, confirming that, well, no one's close enough. So you'll just have a bit of a reset on the rounds. The pistols to see if they can do some work. Problematic factor. Harvey's starting to rotate through that A site, which means it's a lesser defended one over at B. And you've got a little bit of protection with the trap wires that Sushi Boys has thrown down as well. Motive, this should be their round.
Sound Sensor gets them. But at least Vera has access to that orb. Just really want to be able to activate that that showstopper just to give a bit more space. If the drills come through, they throw out the Dizzy. And you can see a lot of damage taken by Nakia. He's barely breathing.
30 seconds left.
The rest of Motive doesn't know this at all. Slowly walking their way onto that site. As the wingman, the Mosh coming through as well, denying a bit more space. Might just go down to the Mollis. Sushi Boy somehow gets a wall bang onto Nakia. He's already low to begin with. Zan going aggressive, going fast. The Shorty still finding that kill that he needs so badly. It's not a bit to the gun, but cannot use it because Wayne finds him first. Javier kick. Finding that Wayne, as well the flash drive to come out. Reposition. It's so hard to go for this defuse because you have no clue where to clear. Zera finds what his name is. Javi, AK. Zera finds two. A classic to the face is a bit rough. But Zera makes it work.
Oh my. Vera nearly lost that from the decently ranged right clicks that you can never have trust in.
Yeah.
That is a sloppy post plant to come through from Motive. Bit too deeper pushed in towards the elbow when you've got a plant that's more protected. You have to swing out wide. You use your mollies to get in towards the site instead of in the later stages of it. So that got a bit risky for them. Nevertheless, coming into a bit of a delayed bonus round given that the Stinger Force worked on out. Motive now to see if they can try and equalize things in a position where they themselves are getting a bit closer to a couple of ultis, but for now, so they have some available and some pretty potent ones indeed. Especially in a retake scenario that a team like NAOS can always just flip that switch and decide that they want to play post plant because they're pretty successful in it.
It's a very aggressive B-long push here from NAOS here, and Sushi was made a lot of noise as well. He was very much ready for it. Zan trades, yeah, but he's so low.
Yeah, no one to cauterize that wound, unfortunately, so he's just going to be bleeding for the remainder of the round. And on the Neon 2, your utility set is a bit difficult to get in. Why are we crossing with our knife out in a dirty spot? That was very surprising that he's still alive. Now he's not. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of deserved a little bit from running across there with his knife.
I am quite surprised that happened, if you ask me. For the time being, at least they do have that orbital Strike just to clear close corners. Find nothing quite yet, and Javi AK playing quietly in this smoke. This flash back would be phenomenal. He rushes up forward, but PTC finds one. Vera was ready for that trade. But it's not very clear quite yet. Great headshot, and even 2 by Mosier means that the rest of Motive are just completely shredded over an Octagon.
Oh, what are these rounds to come on out? PDC
Yeah.
with an all-wheel strike just stopping Motive from being able to completely get in towards the site, but they still force the plant without finding any space on the site. You can't narrowly just stay at long again and try to hold a post plant. Not like 2021, 2022 where we're in that meta. Gotta get a little bit more aggressive, like 4 players holding in garden against a deadlock comp as well. Right, they're just gonna trap you in there against a flash comp where if you're trying to protect the spike, you can get blinded from multiple different sources.
Well, I can tell now sounds super pumped right now. Economy-wise, at least all economy-wise, Motive does still have their own orbital strike as well as a showstopper to use. I think Vera hasn't had the chance to be able to go huge with that quite yet.
A slow little tension build up for the beginning of this rounds now. You know that Styron wants to grab this Thrash, and that's just going to be an adjustment accordingly for Mosier. And happily fall on back to maximize the potential of his own annihilation when you know that it can't be removed unless flaring hits a good 0 point, right? Confirm the information that no one's close towards showers, gives you an idea that Motive are resetting up somewhere across the map, formulating an idea. Do they go towards B? Well, if they do, it's first point of contact from San in hookah, or it's from Nakia, who's just jump spotting over at the B site. And with all of this utility that is still being held by NAOS at the moment, this can actually be a well-defended round too. Motive have to dig pretty deep to get into this site.
Monster on the loose.
I mean, questioning for a second there, Nakia. Styron does manage to get his Thrush back. It gives him a bit of information for the time being, but this TP
left.
Suppression. Sushi is still very much here. Oh, Cell Sensor went off, and immediate reaction from Mosier to draw his util. But for the time being here, Sushi Boy wins his fight. Gets his what? Yeah, he wins his own fight here against his own, and in fact finds Mosier.
What are we doing?
In exchange, what the heck just happened here? And Motive, knowing this, makes a beeline for that B side through showers. Position himself on a high area here. Vera can hold on to CT side, even Heaven. But Sushi Boy's here alone.
And Sushi Boy's just getting caught with his knife out. Why do we keep all getting caught with our knives out?
Yeah.
What an adjustment, though, from Motive, to be completely honest with you, right? When Javi uses that null command over at the A site, when the expectation is that there might be a little bit of an A hit coming, but it's a B side thing instead, he is incentivized to go through the teleporter and try and use that ult to remove his opponents to set his team up for a better situation. And then we're going through the teleporter, we're bringing up the Guardian, we're getting the shot, we've got another teleporter coming on through. Why is our Deadlock going back through the teleporter there to try and catch him off guard?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a head scratcher to come out from NAOS there. A bit sloppy. But a situation where Motive, you know, they'll absolutely capitalize upon that. They'll get it closer again to try and tie things up. Still, pass mark for NAOS with the guns. They will have another buy to go again.
You know, there's a lot of WTF moments today. The Roomba kill, I don't know how this round happened, man. Like, honestly, this timeout is very, very needed. In that round, there were a lot of silly mistakes that led to that loss, and I really think they need to bring their head back into the game.
Well, timeout is certainly something that lets you do that, right? So, settle down a little bit. This map can get quite close. I mean, I just look towards the history of this NAOS team on a map like Bind here. They've never really had a clean map, have they? 11-13 loss, 10-13 loss, 13-9 win. But even then, you're throwing it back to a stage in all of the circumstances there where it's the old roster, right? So NAOS historically on Bind in this current rendition of this team, not played, right? That's the big highlight for them. You've got PDC who's played it. You've got Javi that's played it. But apart from that, you don't have... oh, and you got Moja. But Core 3, changing agents, changing styles. It's not a lot of things that they're bringing to the party here. So it comes down to these mid-rounding. It comes down to these decisions that they can pick up.
Still haven't seen the utility needed. I mean, the ultimate use it. And I think Motive didn't really feel the need. They have to. There we go. Flash 0 point used as well. Does manage to find Vera, so he's not able to satchel forward for the time being. But I don't think that NAOS is in a position where they really want to challenge this early aggressive style push.
Yeah. If they can catch anybody out on the wing at the moment. It's not going to be the case. Now, minute to go. Got a Guardian, got a Bulldog. You want to try and find a bit of favor. Wayne very well might give it to you.
So have Sushi Boys. Oh my god, Zan was very much waiting and ready for it as well. The stuns come out, flaring, finds his own. But Zan is going to try and challenge, but he slides straight into 3. Flash from Javi 8K to find the hit, but he's not going to try and challenge for more. Even sending out the 0 point to see if anyone did walk up, finds nothing.
You got a deep wall over at A as well, so now just trying to ensure some protection if there was a rotate back from Motive towards the A site, but now staying towards B. I do wonder, are we going to be using an orbital strike in hookah to get on in to isolate an angle? There's 2 smokes still available. That was an ambitious peek from PDC.
Nice angle here, held by Javi 8K, but PDC! What the heck is that? Played so perfectly with Javi 8K with his flash drive as well. Wow.
Yeah, the biggest thing, right? You want to see good flashes. You want to see good timing. I think Motive were just bleeding down the clock a little bit too long there. Scrappy battle, out to the market, out to a B short, and you think that Motive might be able to get in towards the round. Big util dumping goes down. Big flashes coming out. I mean, the assists there as well, right? 1 assist from Nakia, 1 assist from Javi AK on 10 assists at the moment. So shifting from the Teo on binds that they used to play in towards Patman's role on the KO. See what he can do.
Oh my god, Zan and Javi AK managing to do 1 each, but Flaring is going nuclear right now. He's just completely demolished the entirety of the house, and now Mosier is all alone. In a situation where you have to rotate over and fight 2, it's not going to be the easiest. Granted, if say Sushi Boys and him are able to be isolated, he can win his fights, great. But it's quite ambitious. Position revealed already as well. Quickly just block off our area, but walks straight into Sushi Boys, who was playing close. Oh man.
Yeah, might have expected Wayne to play with Sushi Boys a little bit more disconnected with the orbital and the incendiary, maybe even a high-low setup as well over towards short that we've seen before teams do, but in this one, playing it closer to the chest. Thought the initial battle was going to go NAOS's way, right? 2 opening kills immediately answered by flaring with 3. Another multiplayer battle that is just weathered. And this time, Motive comes out on top. Let's play a definition of insanity here. And try the same thing over and over and expect a different result for NAOS.
Oh man, here Zan did not find that right kill, and Motive just completely overrunning it. Nakia is alone, waiting for the right time, but he got flashed, and Wayne quickly just deals with him. 1 by 1, the members of NAOS are going to fall here. No chance at all for them to make a single impact on this Lester by round.
Yeah, the overdrive from Javi AK there could have actually done some significant damage. So flaring wrap and ready to pop that null command. The fact that he's the player that gets felled, you feel a little bit heartbroken for Javi AK. Oh, sorry, for Zan. And then the res comes out. You're winning it flawlessly. You're equalizing. Moja's still holding this annihilation.
That cam. They might have an idea that he's close though. Yep.
Throwing net.
Throws out the net. Jump forward here. Gets a kill perfectly enough. Gets a gun but cannot hold on to it because Wayne is there.
Oh, tied up scoreline. Can go backwards and forwards from here. Could have one team pull away with it. Just the timing on that null command. Zan, you do hate to see that because they formulate the right idea, you know? There's bodies there, there's numbers there, smoke off one side, flash, make them blind. If flaring doesn't hit that ult key, you know, a millisecond later, could have died, could have been a different result.
Yeah.
Big raffle rounds now. to the drawing board potentially for NAOS on this defensive side. It's going to be a bit of a showers control, but it's a bit of a steam up from Motive. Are they just going to try and force the plant again with the wingman, or to shift accordingly?
Free Fire seriously hidden right now, and thankfully for him, he manages to survive the initial onslaught with the showstopper. Rivera wall bangs to death. What a shot coming in for PTC just to quickly eliminate flaring. Still, work's not done. Now still has to find a bit more space, and they haven't been able to do so despite those kills. Orbital strike will be used here. Rivera looking to challenge, gets the headshot onto one, but quickly traded out. PTC somehow find a freaking orbital strike kill. What the heck happened there? Trying to walk into it, and they also get a fish hooked onto his ult. Sushi Boy's alone, still very much there with Wayne somewhere, and they're just gonna try and stick it. PTC gets it to half, at the very least, not enough time. But still gonna try for it here. Zed falls, but through those smokes he sprays, but it's not enough for him. Ah, this is a heartbreak. Mosier barely alive with 3 HP.
Jeez, lucky to get away with that one. My word, using the Annihilation finally, cocooning up an opponent as well. I want to know what the heck happened to Styron. He's walked back into the orbital strike and died.
Yeah, I just
How has he done that one?
There.
Ah, the replay is going to be missing it. Never mind. We'll never know. Scrappy rounds. Scrappy rounds. That's all I'm saying. The fact that NAOS win that one, though, into the next tier, they are a little bit lesser equipped. Gonna have to see a good opener for them in changing up a bit of their utility as well over to this B site again. We know that there has been a lot of jump spots actually coming out from Nakia. Now this time Vera adjusting with the operator, but you know the economy mark, right?
Yeah.
You know you don't necessarily need to go for the full peek out. You confirm the information that, again, it's a bit of standard protocols with the Gecko on this map.
Oh, no. I don't think he spotted him crossing quite yet. Oh, no. Oh, Nakia's barely alive. 5 HP. Oh, boy. Sarah waiting. The wall banged as well. Mosier, I don't know if he can get away with this. No, he doesn't. Mosier falls. For the time being, there is the util to keep them at bay.
I know it.
I don't think Nakia's going to wait this. What? He's still winning this! Barely alive, but flaring trades. Okay, sure. Takes the full force off that damage with that flash. Nice headshot for Javi. AK make it 2.
Last player standing.
Very back and forth. Again, a day, it's still Motive that comes up with the advantage, at least in one body here. Not San is sharp, yeah, but it's hard to really see and take up space. Gonna rush forward here, try and go for this challenge. Finds nothing quite yet. This crossfire is just so hard to navigate. Gonna try and swing out together here. It's gonna be hard. There's the flash, and there's the full force of the shot coming in from Wayne. And somehow this game becomes a very back and forth moment.
Oh yeah, just another map between NAOS and Motive that is going to the wire. Full rounds of regulation. There were 2 of them in the grand final that we saw from them last time. And just another one for well, just the tally for both of these teams against anybody in a close map. Bind here delivering some entertainment for sure, but you do like to still see the standard plays come out at the end there in a 2vx scenario, right? 2v1 going together, playing for the spike objective, maximizing what you've got with them flashes at the end. And 11-11 apiece. Now calling for the timeout.
It's a lot to worry about. I think, you know, it started off so well by now as they did manage to get the, you know, nice start in many of these rounds. But Motive, I feel like a little bit more patient, if you ask me. They have a little bit more togetherness, especially toward in the last few rounds as well. And there's so many rounds they won, they didn't even need to really commit their ults to win it as well. So they were able to hold on to these ults for quite some time.
Seeing big discussions here at the moment too, right? An opportunity for NAOS to take their opponent's map pick away from them. Get an advantage going in towards your own map pick. That would feel pretty comfortable. On Motive's side, it would be a bit of a breath of fresh air if they're able to win this map from this current position. But you look to the investments of this round, Tash, and Motive much better equipped. Can set themselves up for the important 12.
This time around, they're gonna wait or NAOS to get a bit more adventurous and just really punish them for it. But I think NAOS is already anticipating this as well, especially since this is their lesser buy round.
I mean, it's just kind of on the nose how NAOS are playing it, right? You've got pistols, you stack majority of your force together in one position and hope that Motive walk into it, which in a composition that's got a KO, that's got a Gecko, you should be clearing a lot of the corners anyways with some utility.
Oh, wow. Look at
There's
that
a
lineup.
0-point lineup from the B site, yeah. Confirms all the information, and now I'm seeing Vera dead to rights.
Oh, no way! Just rush through the TP, shoots him straight in the face, just denies. And Motive
yeah,
there?
the wingman's denied. They have to move over to the B site. They're lucky enough that they managed to find that kill on a Heavy AK. They
Yeah.
can go for a plant and stick around to protect it, but with the damage that's done to Wayne and Flaring, I do actually wonder what sort of utility they want to use early on here to get a little bit of the better protection on.
Okay, here's the sound of that as well here. Nakia could potentially maybe run away with murder, especially since Wayne is quite low.
Oh yeah!
But his footsteps have been heard. Sends out the... Oh god, knife in hand. That's an unlucky situation to be in as well, as Tyron quickly finds PTC. Deals with the last member here, just sprays through the smoke. Easy for them as well. And Motive on match point. Really hoping for NAOS to rally back.
So there was enough of a pressure build-up scenario there for Motive on their shoulders that they needed to use that Thrash. See if it's going to be worth it in the end if they can close this next round, or if they get into a situation where having the Thrash would have been better, then maybe we'll have to see. I mean, you're always going to understand that it's still a 4 versus 4 scenario. You're getting retaked from a couple of different angles. You're not entirely sure if it's in your favor. So I kind of understand why Motive feel the need to be able to drop that Thrash there, but you're not built up close to any other ultimates. It is definitely a important time right now for NAOS to capitalize on what they're given, and an opening kill. Man, the fact that Sushi Boys wins that one is a bit of a roughie for NAOS.
Yeah, that's just not the way you want to start this round, especially since you want to try and rally back and go into this overtime here. Vera waiting for PTC to go for these peaks, but in a lot of these situations, we haven't really seen these early picks at all. It's smart for just now that Zan got a little bit more adventurous for the time being here. And Sushi Boy's already waiting for that to happen. Smokes come out here, PTC pushing back as well. Gets nice spray onto Vera. He cannot capitalize. Mosier good for one, but Flaring quick to trade as well, regardless. We go for his plant. Kind of low angles. Played. PTC completely abusing that, but he's flashed back. So I have to wait for his teammates to come a bit more close.
It's all you, little homie.
Comes in the Thrash just to clear off these corners. They don't know that Sushi Boys is around. I think he managed to get to see the backside of PTC here as well.
Last
Shoulder
player standing.
out in the open. PTC is ready for it. Flaring all alone. He's eating a brunt of damage from the utility. A high flash forward here. He wants to try and challenge the 7 HP. Cannot do a lot. And NAOS get the rally back and the OT. He sorely need.
Yeah, I mean, the orbital strike and the null command put to good use from NAOS there. A little bit of a lapse from Motive in the way that they're getting in. They're running against a deadlock comp, and they're just trying to double satchel in towards the choke point that commonly does have that utility placed there. A little bit ambitious from Vera. The shorty, yes, you can still get out the shot when you are suppressed a little, when you are stunned a little bit there, but you still want to have the full favor confidence behind it, right? I'm a little bit surprised that Motive did just go when they called to there. In the end, overtime will be here. Anyone's judgment on who's going to be able to pull away with this map now.
Making me nervous. These matches between these two have always been very, very close. And Mosier with an op in hand this time around.
Motive back to this defensive side as well. Clear a couple of the corners that they can with the Gecko utility, but if they want to get out in towards this A site, they're going to have to contend with this Cypher utility, so they'd love a way in which they could remove that from the equation.
Bit of chip damage with Nakia as well, just from this early pre-fires onto Shower's side. Now I was trying to figure out this Rubik's Cube. A side is going to be devastating. They do walk through those trips, and those are very unconventional ones as well. It's so easy to walk into them and get caught.
I'm more interested in what Moja's cooking up over at this B long side of things with the operator, because now while they go in towards the A side, they don't necessarily need to stick around, and they're not, right? There's that operator that I talk about, and Wayne's caught off guard as well.
Already making their way onto B side already. Flaring still very much there. Oh my god, utility hand, he could have died there, but Flaring doesn't want to push the issue or be traded out quite yet. He could deny his plant. Not good for...
Oh no, Flaring.
He just whipped it and reacted as well. Now he's coming in from that net is enough to give PTC where exactly an idea he could be.
Yeah, he's a bit too narrow focused on that mark there, unfortunately. He kind of wanted more on his plate, but he didn't even have an appetizer yet. He needed to start somewhere first. Just going for the shot on towards Moja, and Nakia gets off the spike to find him. That's a bit of a fumble for Motive. Bit of an over-rotate as well, expecting that it might not have been a bit of a pump fake over to A, because you know what? We haven't really seen that from NAOS just yet, so they've got more in their strat book on that attacking side, it would seem. But do they have it on their defensive side as well? A quick one here, shut on down, traded on through.
Spike down.
Right, this 2-for-1 is very much worth it. No, Flaring is gonna try and equalize that, but Javi AK is gonna stop that from happening here. Vera alone, Mosier very low. But Vera's just gonna walk through the sound sensors, doesn't really matter. It could potentially go huge there. There comes the headshot. Gets it. Vera just trying to see whether or not he can actually obtain a bit more space and also that spike.
Gonna have to go get it back. You know that one player just went for the TP, but you don't exactly know where the secondary one was. If you're playing to the percentages, you know that you're either holding the spike, and that's why the TP might have come, or you're playing somewhere else just together as a unit. And it does look like it is going to be the latter here for NAOS. 50 seconds to go. And when they start to mount a retake, they can pop the null command as well. They've got 2 smokes, the incendiary and the fragment. That is so much darn utility to clear so many corners on a retake. Vera, you'd almost feel incentivized to go for a peek beforehand.
Yep, 30 is going to do just that here.
One enemy remaining.
Now 1v1. The Roomba should buy him a bit of space. They're gonna go for that plant. Doesn't really matter. Sticks it.
Planted.
Javi, okay, we're gonna go. There we go. Here comes the showstopper, but it's gonna be stopped because of that null command. Waits for the right timing here. Throws out the fragment just to clear out close. Has all the time in the world here to play.
Can't use that.
And Vera patient as ever with that clutch.
Yeah, I had to dig deep in that one, though, to be honest with you. 1 versus 2. They could have come from behind. They could have come from spawn. So the fact that he goes for a bit of a check first and he isn't really even damaged on the first one. PDC not able to shoot out the bullets quite rapidly enough. Vera is keeping them alive in this map, it would feel like, in that there round when you've got some pretty good ideas from NAOS in these overtimes so far. Great ideas on that attacking side with that operator down B long. Good ideas with the defensive challenges from 2 different angles at B. But now it's going to be just back to the old faithful drawing board yet again to see who can get a leg up in the new round robin of routine.
Oh no, punish super early from being a little bit too aggressive there. Flaring also trying to get away. 2 kills. Just that, before Zan shuts him down. Still, is NAOS with the extra body to work with. And Zan taking a lot of control toward U-Hauls already.
Lucha Boys just has to shoot here. And Styron can use a bit of this utility. But they got to go together.
One already itself. He tries to moves away. Trying to play a bit more close with the teammates here. He's already flashed out. He's all alone in the open. Somehow wins that fight. What the heck happened here? But the utility keeps it at bay. Takes a bit of damage here, but finally a bit of space to work with. To get the defuse with Lil Bro.
My wingman's down.
Wingman falls down. Mosh pit. Deny a bit more space. The Molly is here as well. As there's a team that's come in from 2 different corners. NAOS at the very least get 1 more as well.
Switching sides.
Another round where they're just crosshair placement is good for the first couple of openers. From both sides of A short, they hit the shots immediately, and we just have no attempts really from Vera and Wayne allowed. You got Flaring trying to do what he can, but remember, a lot of things wallbangable around that side of A. Flashes for himself. Molly potentially would have been a different story. Now it's giving themselves another opportunity now to close this map of bind and move into Sunset of their own choosing.
This deeper
Again, it is
smoke just
another look towards NAOS' defenses.
Right here.
Oh no. Then somehow wins that huge and convincingly. Flaring is always the one to be there to just go for this trade here. NAOS quickly moves away to the back. Does not want to challenge anymore. They've already done their job.
cleared all of showers as well with a 0 point, but together as a unit, just seeing what you can scope on out. Ogre last time with the operator here. Sushi Boys this time doing the same thing. Player advantage for Motive. Can get the orb on flaring, can get the plant, and have the ult available. Do you prioritize that, or do you want Styron to potentially get the plant and the orb and be one away from a Thrash in a player advantage? If you want to play it a little bit more close to the chest, you might look to do the closest ultimate, given the flaring's low in HP as well. But here we go. Styron's going to be the one just going for the plant. They disregard getting that ulti orb in its entirety, and they're going to play this 4 versus 3.
There's just throw you still as well, but immediately they challenge the paint shells and win it out. It's just massive here with Vera gone as well. PTC waiting for right time to just really crash onto that site. Time's not the one out there, so the whole idea is that everyone is just playing off that area as well. Theron, his crosshair is correct, but Flurry could find the perfect timing here to just swing out, and he does. Quick to find one, cannot find more than that. And here comes the defuse, but Theron challenges. Flaring also didn't have to really worry much about it because this crossfire is just deadly coming in from MTV.
Switching sides. Overtime.
On the round we go. Had I cursed it previously talking about overtimes, how many more have we got in us? Good repositioning from flaring as well. The rest of the team starting to hit those headshots, but for me, it is the very beginning engagements that are leaving a lot to be desired.
Can I get a drop?
Huge flip upside down now for Motive in the form of 2 operators in play. On both initiators for their side as well.
Go, go, go!
Gonna be
Not sure
switching
what
it up.
happened there.
Rather, Vera and Tyron.
I'm out of here!
Just amping up and just increasing the speed here. Immediately the cage gives Tishwas all the information he needs, and Styron as well will be playing with it. This is a nasty crossfire that is established all the way from backside as well as main. And now there's a lot of question
down,
marks.
Tash. So hard to get.
Oh, they got it. But where are they gonna go here? Mosier, great opening to Sushi Boys. But with this op where Styron's holding, I don't know what you're gonna do. Jump shot,
Try and
jump
bait him
forward.
out. Yep.
There we go, gets him. They're gonna try just block him off here. That flash, PTC challenges and PTC fall. Bit too ambitious if you ask me here. And the other members of MTV, what are you gonna do? You're just blocked up from me. Mosier challenges, wins out his. Javier gets one as well. And suddenly, it's a 2v2. Besides against Planting here. Pivots on the
One
board
enemy
A.
remaining.
Wayne was just waiting for their last possible member to just rotate over, and Mosier, unlucky for him, gets caught.
30 seconds left.
Javier K already low as well. 28 from the earlier damage. You'd think this would be a bit impossible.
I just get wallbanged as well. Very dangerous predicament to be in. Vera knows exactly where he is. Double swing could be massive. The headshot is good. But in a day, a bit much as well as Vera wins it. Yeah, this is the second clutch as he's won this series.
He's had a couple more than just that. But in the overtimes, he's come out with somewhere required to keep Motive afloat. This time, though, it's not even to go another round. It's to gain the advantage.
Switching sides. Match point.
Towards the attacking side, Motive goes a little bit more on the passive approach because NAOS have been super aggressive to go for things. 2 versus 4 scenario as well that NAOS nearly make work.
Yeah. If they won that, I would have screamed, honestly, if you ask me. And honestly, this timer is also very much needed here. Just a lot of funny situations as well. They're just... I wouldn't say that they're not doing their due diligence, they are. But it's still space that MTV is able to abuse, which makes it so hard for them to just really break onto that site.
Just a lot of, you know, scrappy battles. A lot of adjustments required from, you know, all 10 players in the server at the moment in any given moment. We see some of the same utility, but we see different executions on the back of that utility, right? How much confidence do we have that these 0 points and these grav nets are always telling the same story behind them? They're not really. Different renditions are coming out from NAOS time and time again. I think we've seen just a lot more different adjustments come through from NAOS as well in the beginning stages of these rounds, and Motive have had to adapt, but then they're able to close it out a little bit later on in the pieces. So I think for me, it is going to come down to the start of this attack here for Motive. If they gain the advantage and they're able to continue on with it, I see towards A short looking to be another battle.
Bomb buddy out.
How long do you think this overtime is gonna take here, Moto? How many do you want?
Yeah, a couple more hay gowns.
Could be fun. Could be possible to have one of the longest OTs of all time just to make a new record come true. Motive is being very patient right now.
You'd be on your own if that happens, because I got a timer in this video.
No, don't leave me, Moto. Here we go. Zed waiting in the wings here, waiting for the right time, and immediately just finds out Vera. Vera not able to capitalize off that aggressive play, but it's okay. This player is always there for the train. He just walked onto that molly, just completely gave up his life there.
Yeah, for some reason, it's just all group up together and explode out into a site that's been unchecked before with mollies and flashes not baited on out. Motive trying to do a trial by fire, but the fact that they now find Javi 8K, they got to be aware of the flank possibility.
Styron knows quite that, but thankfully for Nakia, Styron is already low. Mike already in possession as well. They have an idea here, but Wayne all alone. The flash comes out, manages to step away from it as well. Still, that molly should be able to put Nakia to death. And immediately Moshe reacts, throws out his own net, he jumps away, it doesn't hit him quite yet, but he has to still cross. No clue where Moshe is going to come from with 17 seconds to go. He has to make a play, and he does! Motive wins this OT by the skin of their teeth. What a comeback. Motive slower start, but still manages to tie it up in the end.
Yeah, you got to have a sigh of relief at the end of that, and now chuck that up to a couple of laughs. Because Motive, Sova, like Cloud9, I know still run the Fade. The Sova is a little bit more common of a choice at the moment, but a lot of teams are not really looking to adopt the Breach anymore on this map. It's almost just fallen out of favor and has become like a kind of a niche pick, right? We're seeing a lot more pickup on the likes of the Deadlock, on the likes of this Viper, that we are getting a Viper Omen meta currently, and we've got a lot more teams that are going into the Viper Omen Sova Neon Cypher. So there's some stylistic differences that we'll look to see between these two teams. Personally, I kind of favor the Sova over the Fade on this map, though.
The hard info is good, and Motive going quickly onto that side as well. Then Vera is completely praised the heck of PTC. Down to trade, yeah, but it doesn't really matter when the flaring is there. Again, he's been so quick on those trades. But somehow, Javi 8K managed to get a shotgun kill onto flaring as well. So, despite everything, it's been scrappy, it's been messy, but they still managed to get onto that site as well. And now I was waiting for the smokes to dissipate and immediately go a bit more aggressive and catch them off guard. Here comes the spray to, the flash to the face. Nakia and Wayne trade one each. Camera goes down. Sushi Boy knows exactly where one of the members are. Where's the other two here?
One enemy
Quick swing onto that side, and it's a meat grinder and Motive. This quick aggressive push is the key for their pistol.
I told you it's not going to be clean, though. We have an immediate battle off the rip, essentially. We're already fist fighting in the server. And it's some good stalling at the end from Motive when they re-smoke, courtesy of Wayne, get that spike plant down, confirm the information off Sushi Boys' camera, which I believe did find both of them there. So there was already the known element that that's where NAOS are coming from. And they find that round, they find that pistol, they buy up a little bit into this secondary one, the FBX style, holding a couple of pistols in the wing as well. All right, we want to maximize all the things going to the next round.
Oh my god, a beautiful shot from Zan. Styron quickly shoots him down here. Doesn't really matter. Immediately splashed out. Styron very much ready. In fact, he challenges the flash and gets away with murder.
I have the spike.
Javi 8K and PDC, what have you got for us now? Because unless you're finding 2-3 kills, it's not going to eventuate into any lasting damage in this round.
It's off a ghost
just kind of
as well.
noticing that there was a Spectre on the floor somewhere. There we go. All right, you want to maximize what you're taking over into the next round. Now, collect your forces, group together. Maybe go and see if you want to get that A-orb, because Sushi Boy still has his camera over there, and you can get someone closer to an ultimate, like Styron, who's 2 away, because coming into a bonus round, a Nightfall can be very good.
Yeah. There are 2 members here understanding. I mean, put down the smokes, nice one way. Keeps them questioning where exactly the other 2 members could be.
30 seconds left.
The A-orb's already gone. So Styron has to plant and get 1 kill, which is kind of probable.
PTC lands a shot of the century, could be massive here. Hasn't been spotted out by the util, by the smokes
Last
as well.
player standing.
Cannot win that fight here. And ding to the head, but not enough for a kill. So Motive is massive. All four
Yep,
to next
good
round, and
protection.
even bringing all the guns next round.
Good protection. All the guns coming into round number 3, the bonus round. So we'll see if they're going to invest in anything else to give it a good old challenge. See what Styron maybe even wants to do, because getting the plant at the tail end of that does mean that he is far away. So if they want to go for a bit of an orb fight, they possibly can. Over towards the B side at the moment, though, and running the breach, you can get, you know, Flaring's line to be able to find a bit of this main control. Got some door cages to come on out as well, so it gives you the angle that it's going to be a bit of a mid-exploration first and foremost to get in towards market quickly, which means it's going to be a quick little B pop.
Ooh, Javier here tries to challenge. He eats a lot of damage from that as well here. And Wayne with the lurk of the sentry tries to go a bit more aggressive, but Zan was just ready to shut him down. But the layers are good here. The flash, the stuns come out as well. Yara and Flaring instead will be able to overwhelm the other members coming in from CT side. And suddenly everything's going to hell for NAOS. Mosier, good for one. But PTC, what are you going to do here in a 1v3? They get the plant here. You have Styron already waiting in the wings here, an off angle. Sorry. Try and challenge this as well. Takes a bit of chip damage. He's splashed, but PTC was ready for that anti. Doesn't know there's one holding close. He jumps down. He's basically dead. Also the head of Sushi Boys. That's his due diligence here. Flaring, grab walk forward. It means that it's going to be a nice bonus conversion as well for this team.
PTC. Petition to caution, because that's what I needed to throw towards your name right there. You needed the cautious element in the fact that the team doesn't have a flag coming in towards this match. It's interesting to me that Wayne is the one that splits up through mid with the Guardian as well. Wouldn't have minded a bit more of a rapid-fire weapon for him to capitalize on that one. But nevertheless, Motive come away with a pretty good bonus round there, setting themselves up for a nice start on Sunset. Also, for those wondering, that's not actually what PTC's name stands for. It's short for Patricius.
Bring them down.
He's
Man.
old alias. And
Why did you gotta tell him?
There's a clip that lives rent-free in my head
Yeah?
from a previous game. I casted him on a specific map. I don't even know if I can say it, just on these little ecos here. He pulled his knife out from memory and like whiffed it and then died. It was hilarious. It was very funny.
Last player standing.
Oh man,
We're
the
all getting old
members.
now.
Hey, don't call out my age like that. Not on air. Come on now.
Hey, I said we're all
Regardless.
getting old now. I didn't say we've all been old now.
I'm actually young. What do you mean?
25 forever.
Oh man, I
planted.
would love to say like there's so much control coming in from Motive from that mid-side area. NAOS couldn't do anything, couldn't even hold, couldn't even shoot back,
No.
couldn't even run away with a kill or two.
Pretty much, this is just one of those rounds where it's pistols that you're just getting overwhelmed a little bit because Motive were already there. And now they just farm up any extra value orbs that they can at the tail end of the round. And they'll do so in flawless fashion. So, I'm highlighting here a map that gets picked out by NAOS. Another map in this best of 3 that these teams aren't really playing recently. Of course, maps that have come back into the pool, you know, in recent history. Bind, of course, more so than Sunset. And now, yeah, we can finally start to have a bit of a challenge on our hands, potentially, with the ults that are building up on NAOS's side, with the guns that are going to be here, and an operator in Sand's hand, which, unfortunately, for the radar lookers, is on the other side of the map.
Where are you?
We'll Haunt as well as the rest of Motive do what they do best, which is just completely taking so much control of that mid-side area. So at the very least here, Zan did make his presence known with the op onto B main. So it does deter the rest of the team, Motive, from being able to push forward.
And they'll hear that the Sova is top mid as well, so you start to piece together a little bit of information. That, Javi, that's not wallbangable. You're just wasting ammunition here. So unless you're going to commit to destroy the camera that's in mid, you're just going to have to concede the control over towards Motive and let them have a couple more options where you have locked down B main with that ultimate, with the operator rather, and it is good to at least see that they do destroy that camera because it would have been very powerful.
Quick trades around as well from both these omens. Saran falls. So it's a Prowler out from the count, so they're gonna have to be a bit more proactive when they want to clear these corners. Knockout looking to play a bit more aggressive. He wants to try and refill that space.
Yeah, it's a bit risky business though when you got a rolling thunder on the line.
Ooh. Trades coming in from Motive as well. Rolling Thunder will be used as well, just keep him off that site. Javi AK is still waiting. He's flashed out, so he's forced to move back as well. And Wayne's just gonna send in a bit more pressure through those smokes. Keeps
We've
Javi
got
AK
another
at bay.
smoke for Wayne. We've got a Paranoia as well and a Flashpoint. Got a little bit of deterrence here to allow Sushi Boys to flank.
Oh man, Flary just waiting for Zen to cross through as well. Knows how exactly he's playing here, and his 1-by-1 peak is going to be completely punished by the members of Motive here. That's 5-0 already, and now still hasn't figured it out.
Yeah, Motive clipping the wings of NAOS at the moment. Need to pull them down to the ground. Need to level with them and call the audible. NAOS, you're roundless. It is timeout territory now.
One enemy
Discussions have to be had, because that's even a round where you've got an operator in the play, and it was respected by Motive. They looked to greener pastures on the other side of the map. I'm glad to see that the timeout was here. They're listening to me.
Hey, I said it first. Come on now, give me some credit.
True.
But what do you
Tash?
think is the problem here right now? Yeah, what's up?
Tash, I feel like if there was 12 timeouts, you would use 12 timeouts in
Every
every
round, yeah.
round.
Yeah,
And
I
you know
would.
what? A lot of
What?
people would as well, because then they can have some really good discussions.
They need it. They need it so bad. I mean, some of these rounds were kind of questionable, right? You try to go aggressive mid,
For
you get
sure.
punished for it. You go aggressive, you try to hold off, elbow, you get punished for it. I think Motive is doing great job of being able to really take momentum and tempo into their game, reading NAOS like a book.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest differences from Binge towards this map as well is on Binge, NAOS were doing these defensive pot plays together as a team with like 3-4 players. Here, they've not really
Yeah.
been able to do that, right? It plays significantly different. They don't have access to the same agents that they did in the last map to be able to do that. I mean, they could try. Don't get me wrong. Like, I can see a world in which NAOS could want to go for a big mid fight, 2 top mid, 2 market door, and get a breach stun down tiles and go for it. Like, that's what I thought, actually, we could have possibly seen when Zan went for the peak in tiles, right? Backed up by a bit of that extra utility, whether it be the fault line, whether it be a recon dart from having 8k there as well. There's a lot of options that this agent composition gives you on the defensive side. I just really feel like NAOS are not really playing on the back of the strong double init comp that is a mirror in this match. Mirror loosely because, you know, we've both got 2 inits, not the same init.
Yeah. Oh. Hold here, 3. Imagine try and swing out as well, and Styron, he's sharp. Quick punishes all around as well. The only person that's spotted is Javi AK here. I don't think he's gonna be spotted out quite yet. Rushes back, hasn't crossed into the side at all. You know that one already on the back side here, and he's oh man, he is actually rewarded for being a bit more patient at that. 2 heads to pop with just a sheriff.
A little bit surprised for NAOS there as well with Javi AK. He was 3 seconds away from the recon dart before they went for the peak in main. Had they waited 3 seconds, could have shot that in and then gone for the
30
swing
seconds
together.
left.
A little bit of a different
Spike
deterrent,
planted.
right? Change it up a little bit, but regardless, Motive still looking to close this round.
Here.
One enemy remaining.
Nice swing up from the
Last
backside here.
player
Knocking on
standing.
PTC. One each knows exactly where he is, but it's still gonna be Vera as the last backline, last man standing to really seal the deal, if you ask me.
Gun here.
Gets damn close though. Shouldn't have needed to be the last line of defense there, Tash. The fact that
Yeah.
those pistols are kind of working a little bit for NAOS keeps things a bit interesting for that day around, but the B in the bonnet is actually, it's still 6-0, right? It's roundless on the board for NAOS currently. They had their timeout, which you would assume is for this buy round. And there's 5 ultimates for NAOS to be able to play for, right? These are the positions in the game where if you're building up to close a map, you can wait for all of your ultimates. They're beginning to start this map, and now they need to use the ultimates.
Overdrive online, but no one really wants to commit to it. They know exactly where Vera is. His location has been revealed as well. PTC, he's already been spotted out. A lot of util dumps thrown as well, but MTV is the team that's already taken over this entirety of this A side here.
Oh, this is an interesting plant spot if they really want to go for this. They're trying to bait out these ultimates right now, and Flaring, he's doing it in a position that they get bopped back in towards Elbow, so it's quite smart.
Oh, here we go. Vera good for one. Javi finds him in the end. It's very, very easy as well, but Vera
No way!
the space transfer! And he finds one in the end. No, cannot go for more. PCC shuts him down, but he's so slow, and that shorty is enough to take him down. Motive this fast rounds are just incredible, and NAOS cannot keep up. What the heck?
That's crazy from Vera. Awaits the perfect timing with the aftershock when NAOS are just not ready for that swing. Getting the spray down of 2. And then the lasting shot onto PDC as well. Like, where is Javi 8K watching there? PDC gets finished off at the end from the shorty, but a lot of the damage and lifting in that round from Vera and the awareness from Motive as well, right? They know those ultimates are there. They know they go for the plant. It gets respected. They have to play the post-plant differently. Nakia drops in the Rolling Thunder. It's go time for NAOS, and they just cannot win that round. At least they do have 4 ultimates they're still holding on to, so they can try to do something a little bit here again. But what do you look to do with this B main space?
That is because it's completely sprayed to oblivion here, but Styron is quite low. So there is that one silver lining, I suppose, they could take advantage of here. You can't get away with these rounds when you can't even win those 1v1 aim duels. Wayne is doing phenomenal work with that.
Grouping together for Motive here. Run away from the mural theft as Sushi Boys will pick that up with the orb. And now they get all the information that it's just Nakia on the side itself. He wants to try and get out of dodge for a bit of a security net with his team. You just want to see Motive not go too overzealous here.
Quick kill onto Styron enough, but the same Motive. It's just been so quick on these trades.
Spike
PTC
planted.
on the back line tries to come into the side. It's not going to be the easiest. You have a nice crossfire from 2 different angles on top of that as well. So they're going to be using the cage to cross through. They managed to do
One
so.
enemy remaining.
But Wayne is there. Mosher trades and so does Flaring. Honestly, these post plants coming in from Motive are just like meat grinders. Every time to try and play for these retakes.
Yeah, but you just got to remember as well, it's a position that NAOS has been backwards and forwards between between gun rounds and eco rounds, essentially, right? Not ultimates, they're still protecting them for the next half. We need to see something big come out from them. Like, the ideas, I think, are fine. It's just the later executions. They get B main control there, and they give a little bit too much respect towards Motive, leaving just Zan in towards B main, sending Javi AK away. We need to see a little bit more commitment come through from NAOS at the moment.
Here we go. Immediately, Nakia has been spotted out. Runs away to safety. Still managing to get away with 1. Yeah, a bit, I would say, greedy there. Trying to pull out his utility out there in the open. And somewhere, the smoke PTC hasn't been spotted at all.
Yeah, he needs to be a decisive factor in this round, doesn't he?
Spike down B.
There's the haunt to come through as well, and immediately that TP forward will be cancelled, so no info at all where he might be.
Spike planted.
PTC all the way in the backside. Trying to see if someone could be seen onto A. Finds nothing quite yet. The rest of the teammates are still very far away from him here. A lot of noise made as well here as Javi wins 1, but the timing is just so good because it takes away the tension for Wayne. Activates the neural theft, knows exactly where they are, spots out 2 in fact. Tries to try and isolate, tries to buy a bit more time here, but the sprays are not good enough for him to handle 1v3.
I thought the ideas of that round were looking pretty good for Motive. They get towards the B site. We've got an opportunity for PDC to try and fix the round, and they start to do a little bit of that, but then the plant comes towards the A site. It throws a spanner in the works, and it's adjusted accordingly from now. So that is a much better position this time from them, I gotta say.
Enemy down.
But again, you know, it is the idea that when you've got that from the shadows available, you can just bring that spike back over that is dropped. It's unfortunately that Sushi Boys couldn't continue to hold the flawless nature of this map. Nevertheless, still pretty gorgeous scoreline for Motive. It's a brilliant half no matter which way you look at it if it ends up 8-4 for them. Comes on towards NAOS here, Tash, that they need to try and get some more rounds on the board, and the way that this one starts, PTC, I thought he was going to be dead immediately.
Oh man, this is so scrappy. A lot of kills happening here in the front of sight, and NAOS had lost 3 right there in that skirmish here. They're gonna find a way to get onto that site, and now their position has been compromised as Wayne somehow lines them up to their death. I am in awe.
I know we got to cut a couple of corners here as NAOS to try and pull a round out from underneath Motive, but when there's that dark cover at Plat and there's an aftershock going in your face, you're walking into the open 2-spot position, right? You can be shot from short, you can be shot from sight. You fall back and you get hit by the aftershock. That is Not the right call, unfortunately, for NAOS there. This defensive side has a lot of lapses at the moment and some sticky decision-making that's not going their way.
Mosher could play off his utility here. And Sushi Boys is not shy about showing his position as well.
I see that NAOS have been proficient in getting this A main space here with the one-ways. But Motive have got a lot of this B main position where they can slowly and methodically start to get the team up together and hold this space too. Seeing no real sweat for Sushi Boys. Just toing and froing between what he can find over at A, not over-committing to a fight here. He's got his trap wires to watch his boys at mid as well and at B. So I'm seeing Motive set themselves up for a B pop here, Tash, but also seeing that NAOS have some numbers. Heavy 8K has the Guardian top mid. Wouldn't mind that to pivot over towards to the B site, but I'm also seeing Sam with an overdrive. Really use it.
Oh my god, what a shot coming in from Mojo. Immediately shuts down Vera here on the backside. And Zan with the overdrive online. He can get a bit more aggressive. He can go for kills if he wants to, but he hasn't found anything quite yet at all. He does put a bit of chip damage onto Sushi Boys, but it's not enough to stop the aggression. Sushi Boys, disgusting shot to Javi 8K. Cannot even shoot back. And it's repositioned at all. No clue that where Sushi Boys might be here. And he's just doing God's work. So much control from B side. The rotations are immediately stopped and halted. And NAOS could not even get close to the other members. Finally shut down by PTC.
Spike planted. Last player
backside.
standing.
Quickly traded out in a 1v2 for PTC here. Spots ahead of one, but not enough to get that kill. Slowly making his way forward.
Wayne could ult out if needed to play together and spray a smoke.
He could. ETC as well does have some util in hand here. Spots out Styron, knows where one is, has an idea where one might be close here. The Seas comes out and he's stuck in there as well. Jumps forward, manages to stay away at all, spots him out, and Wayne with the shorty. Oh man.
I'm
very
Motive playing this map.
Motive
playing this map pretty cautiously. I'm going to say that was a very patient round. There's a single soldier in Vera sent in towards the B site. And when he gets dispatched of, you just look at the immediate rotation from NAOS towards that A site. They pretty much only left one player on B. And we're waiting for this timing to see what's happening there. Sushi Boys is doing all of the damage elsewhere. And they wait for a rolling thunder on flaring to go into the B site. They're against the pistols. They're against an eco. And they still are trying to play this really passive. Play this with the ultimates. It worked out in the end for them, but it's a wild one.
Okay, that's a lot of commotion happening right now. Zan and PTC one each, but still, at the very least, Motive manages to run away with one. Wayne waiting in the wings, and he knew exactly where Mosher might be coming from. And Mosher was just not ready for him.
He's got a full open B site that he just needs to call for the team to rotate over, and you know that NAOS are going to start to do this as well. This is where they might be able to find some timing going across. It's confirmed now that the pivot towards B is happening. Just want to see some speed up from Motive, get through main together, and see what Wayne is going to be able to finish off. He's in a bit of a spot as well where he can elevate himself up towards the 10s position, right? PDC hasn't used it once. We've never seen NAOS play top market for a bit of a B hold. I'm a bit surprised that they didn't have any of these sort of plays on this defensive side. See if they, though now, in a 3 versus 3 state, are going to be able to retake. They have to run a marathon first, Tash, to get over to B.
Yeah. Honestly, in this situation, NAOS, I mean, they have some util to work with. They have the flash, they have the fault line. They are smoked off here, and Wayne is playing in a very aggressive position here. Rushes out, sprays out for one. Good timing in from Nakia, using Zan as like a human drone. Zan as well is here, but Staro's late lurk could be huge. Here's all the commotion here, could find the right timing. Brings out the guns. He's got one, where's the other? Gets another one in hand, and Styron, a beautiful clutch play, and a 4K to his name. NAOS, you had all the advantage in the world, but you are not able to use it.
You can't let that be happening. They're all individually trying to find where he is instead of all collecting together to get somebody on the defuse. You're against a fade in that position. It's not like they're going to be able to molly you out or, you know, well, yeah, probably molly you out is the way that they sludge you there. They started to navigate that retake well, but Styron just won for the 4K at the end. It's a
Incredible stuff. We've seen it happen to
Where-
Liquid, Paper X.
where there's two ways to say it. It's
Yeah.
it's Jova, it's done, or it's 11 is all they get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna be the easiest though. I mean, NAOS felt so disconnected. Even that 4v1 advantage they had, 3v1, excuse me, they weren't able to capitalize off that. They need, yeah, again, like you say, they need chill.
Deploying drone.
Well, now let's see what they've got on the attacking side right now, where you're hoping that fortune may favor the bold, because they need to be very ambitious, I feel like, to come back in towards this map. Trying to sell a fake and a pistol round is a bit ambitious, but it may very well work. You can already see the rotation starting to come on over.
Well, very least they get the sight. I mean, after all, it all starts with that pistol. Oh god. I said that Zan falls here, and Vera decides to get a bit more aggressive. That's 2 members of NAOS already knocked down. They needed so many of these bodies to be able to capitalize here. PTC jumps over that kill trip. Bit more of a later rotation coming in from Mosier as well, flaring here all alone. I'm not sure if they're going to check him in the backside. They do. They weren't able to capitalize off that kill, and Saron is the one to run away with that one to his name. At the very least, 1 member down, still 4 more to go. A nice flash shot up on the backside, but Vera does not care and immediately just swarms the other few members of NAOS. So Motive, easy take back into that match point.
It's a firing squad as soon as you got that 1 versus 4 on the there on the defuse. As soon as they know where you're coming from there, San, you are just absolutely dead. That's a pistol round going Motive's way, where yes, they fall a little bit hook, line, and sinker to the fake that's being sent their way. But I just think that NAOS have sit themselves in a pretty, woeful positions at the end of that. You've got a player that's just by themselves at mid. At the end there, you got a player that's by themselves at Boba. You got a player that's by themselves over at B main. Feels like the togetherness that we saw from NAOS in the last map hasn't been able to translate into this map.
No. It just feels like they're just coming into this map kind of blind. They haven't really seen, some execution, some set plays. A lot of utility sent out as well here, but Motive tried to hold, and they can't. This is a very aggressive round coming from NAOS, and Motive was not ready for it. On the backside here, Flurry cannot hold as well, as Zen is completely rampage with that Bucky, or Wayne shuts him down. Yet again, it's still very much NAOS to come up in the end, but Saron...
There's been so much damage.
There is. Nakia is quite low. He could just spray it down 1 at a time. But now PTC was just much more ready for him as well. So at the very least, NAOS got 1 more point to their name.
Yeah, another narrow focus play by Styron at the end there. If I'm to give him a bit of a slap on the wrist, we saw that over on Bind from him as well. When he sees an objective, he kind of tunnel visions himself in towards that one. But I gotta say, the force up from NAOS there, they get in towards the site, they start to win the duels, they start to have a couple of crossfires, and well, the fact that Motive aren't really stacked on the site works into NAOS's favor. So they have to capitalize on rounds such as that. The force up works well. 10 more to go.
And here come the quick rounds once again. NAOS going to try and see whether or not they can make this one work. Last chance for them to at least try to bring it to the next map. But again, 10-round deficit is not the easiest for you to come back from.
Not at all. You see these positions as well for Motive, where I just expect if they start to lose a couple rounds here and there, they hold all of their ultimates and just have a big, strong rounds. Somebody like Benkai, somebody like Spin will have that kind of ideology that they can ensure they can impart on this team where they need. Call a timeout, just say, wait for them, and then we go.
PTC is just holding here. They do peek there. He might just fall there as well. They know exactly where he might be here. Just little strafes coming around here as well. But somehow PTC lands a nice crucial shot onto Vera and Wayne as well. Flaring tries to shoot back, but it's so hard. And Mojer is just dropping numbers upon numbers here. Another round in the bag here. Now slowly clawing their way up. But after this, it's going to get more interesting.
Yeah, it's you've started to climb the mountain right now, but it feels like the NAOS have just arrived to the base, right? It really starts to begin here. An upward journey. They've got a couple of summits that they need to reach. Right now, they're trying to climb and they don't have the right gear, so they need to get to the store first. Start to get your boots, start to get your picks, your axes, your protective wear. Climb that mountain, Tash. Climb that mountain.
Oh man, I think we have a moment of Miley Cyrus here. Just the climb, nah. Because Zan is just trying to rush forward here, but the util does catch him in the end, doesn't stop him from going a bit more aggressive. Stray dart put here from Wayne as well, and somehow Wayne falls. They're moving together with Nakia. Vera at the very least gets a nice wall bang onto PTC somewhere in the other end of the map here. Starrod is flashed, the seize is good, but somehow Mojer finds flaring. Starrod and Vera, one each to their name.
Spike down.
And suddenly,
A.
it's a 1v2. Javier K last time was standing here, and Starrod was just ready and waiting for him.
Win.
A long climb that is denied because the